we just talk about England first of all? Rio back as captain. How much do you welcome that news?
Well, I'm pleased about that. He's got the authority, and I think that he's the right man for the job. Of course, I see more of him than I do of any of the others, but he's a really good professional, and he's a bit of a leader, and I think that it's the right decision. Yeah.
What about the game this week? How important is it that we get a result?
Well, they're all important. Every game's important, but this one in particular, I think, it's going to be a difficult match. But I think everybody wants to just put the World Cup behind us, and a really good display would be just the thing. I think even Mr. Capello has to admit, that he did make some mistakes. Hopefully, there'll be things of the past, and we can start getting excited when England are playing again.
There seems to be a determination to get the young players in. Are you a big fan of the young players?
I am, if they're good enough. Well, whatever manager has been successful at Man United, if there's a player young enough and good enough, he's going to play.
Can I ask you about the other big talking point this week? The comments of Danny Murphy about the way that the English game has changed, and he's a little bit worried about the tactics being used by one or two teams.
Yeah, I didn't read that. Somebody told me about it, but. I mean, he has an opinion. He's a professional footballer, and I would imagine he must have thought long and hard before saying it. A bit insensitive, really. I think so. I think he'll feel the brunt of a lot of people's other opinions, But he's a pro. He's every right to say what he wants. But at the same time, I think a lot of people will be a little bit disappointed with him.
Are you worried about the tackling in the game? I mean, there's been
Absolutely,
one or two instances.
I am. I mean, some of the tackles that you see now, are quite frightening. And if you were playing in the old days with the thick boots, you'd be wheeling broken legs off every week. We can't have that. But I think sometimes the referees occasionally they miss it. And if you let people get away with something like that, they might do it again, and you can't have that. It's violent, really, in lots of ways, and that's not good for football.
And I know you're Man United through and through, but from a wider perspective, what do you make of what's happening to Liverpool at the moment?
I don't know. I really don't know, but I hope it gets sorted out. Liverpool are a great club. They've got a fantastic history. And they deserve better than the headlines that they're getting at the moment. I hope things are all right for them. I think the manager's fine. I think they've got good players. I think the players really will be a little bit mystified on all the financial world that seems to be going round. But I'm sure they'll be all right. I don't worry about Liverpool. They'll be okay. But it might take a while.
Not the ideal preparation for a big derby game, but does that tend to pull the players together? In your experience?
I think all this bad publicity. The first thing that we're thinking about now is how they can put it right. Players are human, and they like winning. They don't like anything happening every day in the newspapers. That's derogatory about them. No, I feel sorry for the players. Really, they deserve a little bit better.